Hey, it's Kori Akemi, and today we're going to talk about law of attraction. We're going to discuss topics like present moment awareness, pivoting and going up the emotional ladder scale, and finally momentum. I'm really excited to talk about all these things today, so let's begin. The first part to doing law of attraction is to understand what it means. Law of attraction is defined by what you think about is what you bring about. What you think and feel is manifested in your everyday life. So if you have positive thoughts and you have positive feelings, then that experience will manifest into your life. Same goes for the opposite. If you have negative thoughts and negative feelings, you will get more of that into your life too. So that's why people practice law of attraction so much, is because everybody wants to create a life that they want. And so in order to do that, you got to be aware of what you think and feel throughout the day. Okay? So law of attraction, the definition of it is what you think about is what you bring about. What you think and feel is what you're going to attract into your everyday life. Okay? Got it? So let's talk about the next thing, which is present moment awareness. Present moment awareness is the key to making law of attraction work for you. If you aren't aware of what you're thinking and feeling throughout the day, do not expect law of attraction to work. I see a lot of things online that just talk about the tricks and the tips, but behind all the tricks and the tips to law of attraction, the first underlying principle behind everything is for you to become aware of what you're thinking and feeling throughout the day, which is what I suggest that you do. So from when you wake up to when you go to bed, think about, are you happy or are you sad? Get in touch with your feelings. Become aware of how you feel, not what you think so much, how you feel. Okay? When you woke up, were you happy or were you sad or grumpy? When you ate lunch today, were you happy, sad, or angry? Before you went to bed today, were you happy, sad, or angry? Literally, keep a journal. I would make a journal of like every hour of the day, and you check in with yourself and you go, how am I feeling right now? Okay? Do that for a week or do that for a couple days. Get like some data for yourself, so that way you know what time throughout the day or what triggers you to be happy, sad, or angry. Start recording that. Even I know the example that I just said was record how you're feeling throughout the day every hour, but also become aware of what makes you happy and what makes you sad throughout the day too, or what makes you angry. All of those emotions, just record yourself. Right now, you are like a science experiment. You are the analysis. You are analyzing your emotions throughout the day, and that data is going to help you in the next steps in this video, which I'm going to talk about, which is pivoting and momentum. So it's very, very, very important that you do this. Become aware of what you think and feel throughout the day, and focus on the feeling. And when you do this, I call this present moment awareness exercise. It's really going to help you do the next steps, which is really implementing the practice of law of attraction into your life. Okay? So the next part to doing law of attraction, after you've gotten your data and you've practiced becoming aware of what you think and you feel throughout the day, the next part or the next piece of law of attraction is pivoting and going up the emotional scale. Let's talk about pivoting first. Pivoting is when you are feeling bad or you're in a downward spiral or you're feeling really negative, you pivot to a better feeling thought. And that's why becoming aware of what you think and feel and practicing that is so important in this step, is because you have to be aware of when you're feeling bad, and you have to also know what makes you feel good. So you're going to pivot from a bad thought and think about something happy, whether it's your dog, your cats, your pets. You got to think about that thought and pivot to a better feeling thought. So that way you can move up the emotional scale and get yourself to feeling better throughout the day. So let me explain this again in another way that I hope you will understand. So you know how sometimes when you're going through your day and it just, gosh, something bad really happens and it just gets worse and worse and worse? Well, part of the reason that it's getting worse and worse and worse is because you're not pivoting from that negative thought. When the negative event happens or that negative thing happens to you, it ruins your day. And the part of law of attraction and pivoting and going up the emotional scale is when you do experience that negative thing, whether you stubbed your toe or maybe you missed your elevator or your whatever it is, whatever thing that could really make you upset throughout the day. You pause in that moment when you stub your toe, for example, and you breathe and you go, okay, I'm feeling bad right now, and right now I have to pivot to a better feeling thought. So you gotta put all of your focus and all of your attention into thinking about something really happy. For me, what I do is I think about like my dogs, or I really like animals, so I'll think about animals, so that way I'm not focusing on the fact that I just stubbed my toe and how my day is going to get worse and worse and worse. I stop myself from even thinking those thoughts, and I think about something positive and something that makes me really happy. Or you can listen to music that makes you feel really good. That's another option for you too. So that way you pivot from your negative feeling thought or your negative emotion and you pivot to something positive. And that's why it's so important. Again, I'm going to reiterate this again, for you to do the self-awareness checklist or the self-awareness process, so that way you know when you're feeling bad what you can think about that's going to really make you feel good in the moment, and you pivot to the better feeling thought, and then you go up the emotional scale. So let's talk about the emotional feeling scale. Okay, this is the next part that I want to talk about. So let's just say you're really, really sad. Something really bad happened to you and you're just, you feel awful. There's no way that you can go from feeling really, really, really bad to feeling super, super, super happy, like, oh my gosh, this is the best day ever, in 10 seconds. That is impossible. And if you try, it's probably going to feel really, really, really fake. You know, it's like, it's really like you're depressed, and to become overly joyous and happy, no, that's not happening. So what you do is you go up the emotional ladder and you gradually, step by step by step by step by step, make yourself or get yourself into a better feeling state. So let's just say that your day is going really, really bad. So let's just say, for example, my day is just so bad today. Then you pivot, you think of something that makes you feel good, like dogs for me, animals. So I'll think about animals, and that'll make me feel a little bit better. So now I'm like, oh, okay, so maybe my day is not that bad. See, so you went from your day is feeling really bad to now my day isn't that bad. Then I think I listen to happy music, or I focus on something that makes me a little happier. For me, would be music. Now my day is all right. You know, you go from, see what I'm saying? You go doop, doop, doop. You go up the emotional ladder. So you go from my day is really bad to my day is not that bad to my day is all right to, okay, my day is good to my day is great to my day is awesome. And you think about all the positive things that you've done the work for, because you know what makes you happy now. And you practice going up the emotional scale, so that way you do feel good and you are having an awesome day. Okay, how you feel, what you choose to think and feel throughout the day, that is your choice. That's also what I want you to remember. If you're gonna tell me right now that my day is just so bad and there's no way that I can change it, well, that's your choice, right? That's the power of law of attraction. That's why people practice this, is because you're going into empowerment mode. You get to choose how you want to think and feel, and throughout the day, and you get to allow your emotions to go up the emotional scale. You're doing it consciously. You are on purpose making yourself feel better. Okay? So that's what I want you to know. Pivoting, first before you even can pivot, become self-aware, which I explained in the last step and why it's so important. Then you pivot from the negative thought to a better feeling thought, and you go up the emotional scale so that way you can go from having a really bad day to having a great day. Okay? That's what I want you to know about this. The last part to law of attraction that I want you to understand, that I think is really important to understand, is momentum. Understanding this principle of the better it gets, or the worse it gets, the worse it gets. Basically, think of it like this. Your thoughts will pick up speed and intensity the more thoughts and energy you give that thought. Okay, that's why it's really common for people to have a bad day to just have a worse day, because they're thinking about how bad their day is, so then their day just gets worse and worse and worse and worse. That's called momentum. And if you use momentum and you make it go in your favor, you can have a really bad day become a better day, a really, really good day, because you're putting thoughts and energy into making the momentum work for you and making the momentum full of positive thoughts and positive energy. That way, the better it gets, the better your day is, the better your day is, and you're just having this really amazing day and you're really, really happy. That's how you go from feeling bad to feeling good, because you put the thought and the energy and momentum into the thought of having a better day. That's why the better it gets, and it just goes up from there. Now, I know in my examples that I used of having a better day, but think about if you can use this into something that you really want to manifest into your life, whether it be the job, the promotion, or the thing that you really, really want in your life. If you give it a lot of positive thought and a lot of positive energy, then it's really going to help you build that momentum towards that which you want, so that way you can create that and manifest that into your everyday life. That is the concept behind momentum. And I'm going to reiterate this again, but before you can do momentum, please be aware of what you're thinking and feeling throughout the day. So that way, once you understand what you think and feel, you know how to build momentum and how to get it gradually and naturally from, let's just say, from having a worse day to having a better day. And you can build that momentum and build that speed and build that intensity towards what you want. That way you can create it and manifest it in your everyday life. So that is a definition of momentum. The better it gets, the better it gets, or the worse it gets, the worse it gets. That is what momentum means in law of attraction. The key takeaways from today's video is present moment awareness and how that is the key and the foundation to making law of attraction work for you. Pivoting and going up the emotional scale, and how momentum is so important, so that way you can make your day better and better and better and better, and putting lots of thoughts and energy into that. Okay, so I hope this video has helped you. Again, use law of attraction to transform your life. Thanks for watching. For more transform your life videos, please like and subscribe. Check me out on Instagram and Facebook at Kori Akemi. Until next time, bye.